Om Namah Shivaya. Friends, today we are going to talk about Mrigsira Nakshatra. In our last video, we talked about Rohini Nakshatra. Today we are going to talk about Mrigsira Nakshatra, the symbol of which is that of a deer head of a deer, who is in the quest of searching something. Now we will talk about a mythological story which talks about the deer, the search. But that's the symbol of this nakshatra, deer head. And the devata of this nakshatra is Soma, or the moon god. And the planetary lord associated with this nakshatra is Mars, Mangal. And the animal totem associated with this nakshatra is that of a snake. Now, there's a mythological story which talks about Lord Brahma, the creator of this universe, Lord Brahma, who is infatuated towards his own daughter, Sandhya or Saraswati. Saraswati, ब्रह्मा जो है अपनी ही बेटी सरस्वती की तरफ आसक्त हो जाते हैं. He develops a feeling of lust towards his own daughter. And Brahma continuously chases, runs behind his daughter. And while chasing her, the story describes that he changes a form to that of a deer. He becomes a deer himself, a stag himself. Then the further part of the story talks about the intervention of Lord Shiva or Rudra, which is the next preceding nakshatra, Aradhara, the nakshatra ruled by Lord Rudra. He intervenes, then he stops Brahma and curses him, etc. But the main thing which comes out of this nakshatra is a deer, a stag running, searching for something, searching for his daughter or searching for something, and infatuation towards his own daughter. Now, people with prominent Mrigsira nakshatra, as I told you, this nakshatra comes between Taurus and Gemini, 23.20 degrees Taurus to 6.40 in Gemini. People with moon or ascendant or sun or prominent planets in Mrigsira nakshatra. Incestual relationships in the same DNA is bound to seen in this nakshatra. It is also seen people marrying in the same DNA. Like you might marry your aunt's daughter, maternal aunt's daughter, paternal aunt's daughter, uncle's daughter. Okay. Incestual relationships, same DNA relationships, same DNA marriage is a very common theme associated with this nakshatra. Also, it also shows one more interesting thing. Like natives of Mrigsira nakshatra, like just before their marriage, like if they are going to tie a knot, 10 days later, they would get impregnated 10 days prior, or they would conceive 10 days prior to the wedding day. This is also seen. Okay. There's also another story associated with this, which talks about Chandra, Lord Chandra and Jupiter's wife, Tara's illegitimate relationship, and Mercury being the illegitimate child. So such children, है ना, जो इस तरीके के बच्चे जो शादी से पहले जो माताएं कंसीव करती हैं, वो देखेंगे कि अमूमन बहुत इंटेलिजेंट होते हैं, बिकॉज दे आर मर्क्यूरी रूल. बट येट that part of this thing we can discuss sometime later. But illegitimate or incestual relationships, or in present day you could also see stalkers Like if you are a Mrigsira Nakshatra, people will stalk you or you will stalk somebody else. The stalking theme. Because, deers, this Nakshatra talks about deers. In olden days, deer is a very fragile animal. Okay. Deer keeps on wandering. But उसका जो घूमने का दायरा होता है, the vicinity where it moves, it's very small. छोटे दायरे में वो घूमता है. उसका खाना खाने का जो स्थान होता है वो फिक्स होता है. पानी पीने का जो स्थान होता है वो फिक्स होता है. तो बैक इन द डेज द हंटर्स used to observe these deers. They knew where they would probably spot a deer, and when they would spot a deer, and that's the time when they went there and went for their hunt. So a lot of stalking theme also playing out in Mrigsira Nakshatra. If you have Mrigsira Nakshatra prominent, that is your moon is in 23.20 to Taurus to 6.40 in Gemini. Moon or any prominent planet in Mrigsira. Stalking theme, you stalking somebody else or somebody else stalking you, is very prominent theme associated with Mrigsira Nakshatra. Also, they are always in the quest of searching something, as the story describes. So these are the people who know what will look good and where. Like these are the people who make excellent casting directors, who know what role would suit you. Okay, what role in the film will suit you. Fashion designers who know what clothing will suit you. Screenplay artists, like people associated with casting, screenplay, who know where what would look good. Interior designers, where what would look good on the screen, what would look good on the camera, and they're always in search of something. I have seen Mrigsira people coming to me and asking various questions. Like somebody would always be in search of some new job, some new residence, some new vehicle, always in search of knowledge. Okay, and this nakshatra carries a curse of Jupiter, planet Jupiter. DNA karmic registry curse of planet Jupiter. So if you are a Mrigsira nakshatra, there's a strong possibility that people connected to you through DNA, like your uncles, parents, aunts, siblings, cousins, someone of them might leave their education midway, or by some reasons will not be able to complete their education, and some problem related to progeny, like childbirth, or some problem related to the children would bound to occur. So if you are a prominent Mrigsira nakshatra, so you can use the deer and snake symbology somewhere in your phone's backdrop wallpaper, in your computer wallpaper. Okay, there's one liquor brand Glenfiddich which is associated with deer symbology. Okay, so in any form you can use this symbol, so this will give you great results. यदि आप अपनी जन्मपत्री का दिखाना चाहते हैं, अच्छे क्वालिटी के जेम स्टोन्स चाहते हैं, या पूजा पाठ आदि कोई शुभ मांगलिक कार्य करवाना चाहते हैं, तो संपर्क करें हमारे महर्षि एस्ट्रोलॉजिकल सेंटर में. मेरा नंबर है 9503596761. देखते रहिए मेरे वीडियोस महर्षि एस्ट्रोलॉजिकल सेंटर पे. थैंक्स अ लॉट.